friends, Mariah here. This is my first reading vlog of many, and I figured I would go ahead and give you a rundown of the 2 books that I plan to read through the duration of this video. The first one being Starling House. I have heard so many good reviews on this book. It is a gothic fantasy, and I'm super excited to read it. So the premise of it is you're centered around Opal, who is trying to help her brother get into college. She's trying to save money so she can get him out of this small town of Eden, Kentucky, because there's nothing really there except a couple Dollar Generals and Starling House, which is the town mystery. So you follow her as she starts working at Starling House and starts to figure out that there's something a little off, and she's gonna figure out what. The second book is The Two Twisted Crowns. This is the second book in the duology of One Dark Window. Honestly, didn't know what I was expecting when I first started reading this series. On the first book, you're a little confused, and then as it goes, you're like, okay. You're following Elsbeth Spindle, and she got the fever from the mist at a very young age. And when you get the fever, you get magic. In the Kingdom of Blunder, if you get the fever and they find you, they will kill you. So she has been trying to escape the physicians and the Destiers her entire life, and also trying to figure out who her nightmare is. I cannot tell you too many details about the second book, but it's basically following along the continuation of this series, and I am so glad that this is a 2-book series because I need to know the information now. I would not be able to do a full series on this because it is so gripping that I could not wait for more books to come out. So I'm so glad it's a 2-book series. So I'm excited to read those. So I figured I would do an update on the Starling House. I've gotten to about 75 pages in, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a slow start for me. It's not bad, it's just, I figured with it being a standalone book that it would be a quick pace because this is only about 300 and so pages. So I figured it'd be like a quick pace, sort of like backstories, introduce characters, and kind of like build that plot. It's just a little slow for me. So I'm hoping that it picks up. But I love the characters. Opal is so headstrong. She doesn't take crap from anybody, and she's super petty, which is so funny to me. And then you get to meet Arthur, who is the complete opposite. He's super shy, super reserved, doesn't talk whatsoever. I love the character dynamic, and it works so well, and I love it. And there's a cat in this book, and they call her Hellcat. If it's got a cat in the plot, sign me up. There are some interesting aspects to this. You get Opal's POV, and then it immediately jumps to Arthur's POV within the same chapter, within the same timeline. And it works so well because there's so many mysteries behind the Starling House and behind the descendants within Starling. You're learning things from Opal's point of view, but then you're learning the truth from Arthur's point of view. Things are clicking. I've heard such wonderful things about this book, so I'm just really hoping that it picks up. So I got home, made some chili, did some cleaning up. You'll be excited to see our new setup. Don't look so angry. All our babies. This is Bowie, Odin, Willow, and my husband Cody. I'm gonna go shower and then we're gonna eat. He's gonna finish his book. Looks so angry. Probably not. But okay, I'm freshly showered. I don't know if you're like me, but I always feel like I have a hard time getting in the shower. I'm like dreading it. The minute I get in and I get out and I get clean, I'm like, wow, that was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Got my food, so I am gonna sit down and eat, and then I'm going to get to reading because I need to finish this book. Good morning, friends. We are about to leave for my mom's house for her birthday party. I have went ahead and packed everything up that we need. We are getting ready to go. I am going to read in the car. I took a Dramamine, so no motion sickness for me. I am good to go. Super excited, so stay tuned. So we just got back from my mom's house for the party. I read quite a bit in my book, and I am happy to announce it's picked up. So, needless to say, it's getting good now. I'm about to head to McKays with a friend, and I'm gonna do a little bit of recording. My hope is to buy some more books, because I have a problem.
I loved this book. I loved it. It's like if The Hunger Games and Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, I've never... Is that a book?
Yeah.
Is it a sad book?
Well, a bunch of kids get abandoned on an island.
They die?
Some of them.
Oh, it's sad.
Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm going to give Lucy...
Are we going to go on a tangent?
Yeah, I'm going to go on a tangent.
Good morning, friends. I have a busy day today. I am about to go pick up some shirts and then also pick up some books, and then I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I read some yesterday on my way to my mom's, and it's finally getting good, so I'm excited about it. I'm going to really push to finish that book today. I've just gotten back from the grocery store. I picked up my books, picked up my shirts, put these away. Cody is currently giving the dogs a bath. Odin, he's a good boy. Look at him. And he smells so good. So Bowie is getting out of the bath now, and I have to record this because he's so cute when he does it. I love buying books, but you want to know what I hate? I hate stickers. That one came off super easy, but I have to do it to all these books. You know, I said that I was gonna read today at some point, but I've spent more time editing this video that has to be uploaded today. So I haven't read any. That's okay. We are allowed to take our time. Okay, so I figured I'd go ahead and do an update. It has gotten better. We have finally hit the point where we are getting somewhere. I still feel like it's a little slow. You're not getting as many viewpoints from Arthur as I was hoping you would. Crazy things have happened. Opal has finally figured out the mystery behind Starling House. I'm not going to tell you because I'm not going to give you spoilers because I want you to read the book. I feel like Jasper, I don't like him. I mean, I like him because he's Opal's brother, but he takes her for granted. And they have poor communication skill, but I think that's partially due to their growing up. What's crazy is I said that I didn't like Jasper because he was taking Opal for granted and being that 16-year-old teenager who has the worst attitude about everything. Not even 15 pages later, he says he's sorry. They communicate, they make amends, and he's not too bad of a kid. Good morning, friends. I am currently in my work parking lot, but I wanted to give an update. I have 40 pages left of this book, and I'm going to finish it today. I will finish this book today, and then I will get on to reading the rest of Two Twisted Crowns. Don't mind me, I just woke up. Last night, me and my brother went and visited my grandma to celebrate her birthday. And as we were leaving, my brother heard a noise and decided to investigate because that's what people do. Looked under a vehicle and there was a newborn baby kitten. I think it's a girl, but I could be wrong. I've fed and made sure she's been warm. My dogs have been really nice to her. My cat has not. Well, friends, I'm about to go take this little one to the animal hospital. Literally fits in the palm of my hand. It's so tiny. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. My parents think it's a boy, so we'll come up with a name. Either way, I just got back from the animal shelter and I am now fostering this kitten. I had to foster in order to be able to have access to a lot of equipment that they needed to give me, such as formula, syringes, the incubator, which he's now in. It is a he. We found out he's a he. My goal is to foster him and then keep him because, like I said, I want to keep this kitten. He chose me, okay? Hello friends, I am at work, currently on lunch, but I did want to give an update on the Two Twisted Crowns book. I'm about 45% of the way through on this, and it is getting good. Like, I'm at a loss for words on how to describe how good this book is getting. We are learning so much about the nightmare, and this isn't a spoiler because you learn about the nightmare in the first book, but you're getting so much of his backstory and how he came to be, and it's gripping. As well as another character, and I've seen somebody describe one of the characters that you meet as Dorian from the Throne of Glass series, and they could not be more right. I am 67% of the way through this book. It's getting good. I mean, the whole thing's been good. It's just, like, now it's I'm like on the edge of my seat, okay? I need to know. I can't stop. I can't, but I had to give a little bit of an update. This storyline, the plot, the characters, the way this author writes this book, and how she is able to capture so much in her writing. I can't explain. I can't, but so much has been revealed within this last chapter 37 it was. It's Alright friends, it has come to the end of our reading vlog, so I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on these books. Starling House. It was a good book. Was it my favorite? No. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it like a 3.5 rating. It was a very slow start. I didn't feel like the book itself got interesting until like the last 100 or so pages. There was a lot of repetition within the first part of the book that could have easily been replaced with something else, and I feel like that would have driven the plot on to be a quicker read. It was so hard to get through this book. It took me a hot minute to get through this. I really enjoyed the characters and the plot. I think it has such good potential, but a lot of things were left vague and not really touched on. If they had been explained in more detail, I feel like the book would have been so much better. It just didn't give me that high intensity fantasy that I was really hoping that the book was going to give me. The writing was good. I really enjoyed the writing. If I were to recommend this to somebody, I would recommend it if you're wanting a very simple fantasy read, then this would be that book. As for these 2 books, the duology itself, the One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, are probably by far my top reads of the year. I have a few other top reads, but this is definitely on that top list. The pacing, the characters, the plot, the twists and turns within the book itself, it just had that effect of keeping you constantly wanting to read it, not wanting to put it down. At times it didn't even feel like I was reading the book. It felt like I was just watching the movie in my head. And when a book does that, when a book captures me in the sense of I don't even realize I'm reading, it's an automatic heck yeah for me. And this did that. It touched so many different things in the realm of fantasy, in the realm of magic. The magic system itself, I've never read anything like that. And of course, as I read on, I will find other books with different magic systems. But I loved that there was a give and take. It's just so good. If you've not read it, or if it's on your list, put it at the top of your TBR, because these two books, they're on Kindle Unlimited. So shameless plug, Kindle Unlimited. That is the end of the reading vlog. Again, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope maybe one of these two books might be your next book recommendation. But until next time, friends, bye. So we just got back. Ew.
This is nerve-wracking to do in public. It makes me want to throw up.
I never realized.
Anyways,
Pretzel
back to my
hot dog.
point. So, no motion sickness for this. You can buy history for $1.95.